Hey everyone, today we're going to take a look at this game called Earthion. It's a brand new 16-bit shmup. Yes, a brand new 16-bit shmup in the year 2025. And it's actually getting a Genesis release next year. So is it nostalgia bait, or is it a solid shoot 'em up? Let's find out. The company behind it, Ancient Corporation, I've read was responsible for Streets of Rage 2 and a Sonic the Hedgehog game on Game Gear, and now they're trying their hand at a shmup. Anyway, just look at this transition animation. Nice. So yeah, while it looks and sounds and plays like it's a game from the 90s, it's actually completely brand new. When I first started it... Oh, by the way, this is a 1cc on normal. Yeah, when I first started the game, I was kind of overwhelmed with all of these meters, but it's basically just shot level and your shields. And your shields do regenerate if you don't take damage after a certain period of time. So look how they use the in-game sprites to kind of tell the story. Like, I love that when they use the backgrounds and the story is happening while you're playing the game. It doesn't need to go to a cutscene. It's just part of the game. It doesn't disrupt the flow. Anyway, you can pick up two types of weapons. And anything that's green, any green pickups are just to increase your shot level. And by the way, this V-Fire weapon, I think this weapon is the best. There are just so many instances in which it came in handy. The S refills your shields if you have any that were missing. I haven't... Oh, well, now I took damage. I could have used it there. And I'm playing on normal because on hard, the bullets are faster, and it just feels right on normal. So if you have that adaptation pod, that's the key to leveling up in between stages. You'll see that in a bit. And it's the kind of game that will have things that'll catch you off guard if you're not familiar with it, like this green, I don't know, gas cloud. I kind of wish there was a sound that plays for the crosshairs, because I didn't know about that and I was just getting hit. So besides the green gas cloud, you have to dodge these, I think they're fire projectiles. And they come out way too fast for my tastes. I usually prefer the slower cave-style projectiles. There's another cool transition to the end screen for each stage. I love that. Here's where we level up. I'm going to select Enhanced Shields and Main Shot, so that we can get an extra bar for each. So more of your shield meter will definitely help you with your survivability. I think it's the best upgrade. And look at these clouds. It's such a gorgeous game. Now, YouTube recommended a video to me that was Kenny Omega playing this game, and the entire thing was in Japanese. But anyway, the point I was trying to get to is I'm a huge wrestling fan. We've covered AEW in our content before, and I was about to do this 1cc/impressions video, so that was fitting. YouTube knows too much. Yeah, I got the hyper missile, but again, this V shot or wide shot, whatever it's called, to me, this is the best sub weapon. There's a mini boss. This you can use your Shmup knowledge if you're a veteran. You just, you know, that thing, the less that you move, the better. So you could just work your way up and down those patterns. By the way, if you don't play shmups, that's actually something I wanted to mention. The more erratically that you move, the worse you're going to do. By the way, going back to that Kenny Omega stream, I think he was playing an earlier version because the bullets are much clearer in this version that I'm playing. Bullet visibility is a make or break factor for me in shmups. Well, really any type of game, because I'm not going to put myself through a game in which I can't see the bullets, or the bullets are obscured by something like special effects or pickups. So for what it's worth, from a stickler for bullet visibility, this game gets a thumbs up from me. There are some attacks though that are kinda iffy, but for the most part, yeah, this game's bullet visibility is great. I love the design of this Stage 2 boss, by the way. It seems very classic. Anyway, for Phase 1, you'll damage these cannons and avoid its projectiles. Then once they separate, they can actually create a force field, but I'm going to destroy one of the cannons. And as long as you keep aligned with the center of the boss, you should be able to just avoid its projectiles and damage it until it's dead. Pretty simple. Now, these ranks, I'm not sure if it makes the game more difficult or not. I think it's probably just an artificial ranking. Stage 3 has these, I think they're bombs at the side of these buildings, and when you shoot the bombs, they cause the building to collapse and lower. I really like details like that. It's really cool when you can sort of influence the environment just by shooting at it. And by the way, here's a perfect example of just how much utility you can get out of the V-shot. So I'm sort of inching forward and using the angle of my sub-weapon to shoot the enemies below me. And actually the game has some secrets, so here's the first one-up, or extend. And I think it was the next level in which it was kind of easy to miss. Now, this pattern was kind of weird because you can kind of get stuck if you're near the top, and you have to take damage, but yeah, as long as you stay somewhere in the middle of the screen, you should be fine. So the more that you level up your shot and shield meters in between stages, the stronger that your shots will be. Oh, and every time you take damage, your shot level will decrease. So you can kind of get into this Gradius syndrome situation where you're taking damage, you're losing shields, your firepower can go back down to your base pea shooter. This mid-boss is actually less hectic than it seems. All you have to do is avoid those green projectiles in the middle, and as you're going up and down, you're damaging it, so it's pretty easy. For the stage 3 boss, you can't damage it until the core is revealed. So that top turret thing is going to leave, and then this is where you can damage the boss. The core, shoot the core. Shoot it. So I missed my opportunity to end the fight there, so I'm gonna have to wait for another cycle for the core to be exposed. But it's fine. I don't think there's a time bonus for beating the boss any quicker, so whatever. And I believe this is the last time I can enhance the shields and the main shot. And after that, you can upgrade your sub-weapons. The start of this stage is stage 4. Yeah, stage 4. I don't know if you have to take damage here. I guess I'm just not that good yet. But yeah, I don't know. It seemed like there was unavoidable damage for that. But your shields regenerate anyway, so it's not a big problem. Oh, here's another one up. It's easy to miss. Now, I have to admit that I don't really play these types of shmups. There's contact damage with the environment. It makes me feel kind of claustrophobic. So games like Gradius and Salamander, Life Force, I never really gravitated towards those types of games. I think I've mentioned earlier that my favorite types of shmups are the bullet hell, cave type of shmups. But this game, I don't know, it drew me in. There's just something about it. Now that scatter beam actually comes in handy in a different stage, but for this stage, again, I just like the V shot. It's just so much better. By the way, I love clearing the stage of these organic sections. I just love shooting at stuff in the game's environment. For this mid-boss, it's kind of a shame that you can just avoid everything by staying in place. I think it needs something like, I don't know, maybe more enemies to swarm you or homing projectiles, just so, I don't know, something to force you to move. These sections are very reminiscent of Life Force. Life Force also has these stages with just walls of organic matter that you have to shoot through. There's something about the stage 4 boss that kind of doesn't sit well with me, or I just need to get used to it. It's that attack. I don't know, it always manages to get me because I think it's way too close to the player. But when the top half of this boss... See, like, how was I supposed to dodge that? Anyway, you have to shoot its mouth. And when he's floating like this, that attack isn't too bad as long as it doesn't come out when it's right in front of you. Oh yes, so my shields and shot level are at maximum. I can't get any more bars. You can have a maximum of 5. So I selected the upgrade of the sub-weapons. It doesn't affect the sub-weapons visually, so I think it increases their damage though. I could be wrong. I mean, that's the only thing it could be. See, there was a 1-up that I missed because you have to be in that little space. So that's one of those things you need to plan for ahead of time. The stage 5 boss is one of my favorite bosses in this game. It just looks really cool. And actually that detached hand attack, I thought it was unavoidable damage, but I managed to... there is a way to avoid it. You go up while it's coming down, and then you avoid that green spread attack. Oh, and of course, you have to shoot the core. Those green pickups are so cool. It's just so pleasant to look at. It's like, gimme, gimme, gimme. Oh no. The fire part. I hated the lava levels in Life Force. It just fills me with dread. I don't know, it gives me Life Force PTSD. As far as the ship's movement speed, that's kind of a deal breaker for me in shmups, because I really dislike it when the enemy bullets are way too fast and the player ship is way too slow. Those games just feel unfair and not impossible, but just frustrating. But so far, this game on normal, your ship speed in comparison to the enemy bullets, it feels just right. Now, I don't know if this jumping enemy is right for this stage, because if you'll notice, he's not really shooting anything, because there are so many obstacles on the stage. So it's really not a threat. I think it should have been in a more open area, or it should have had lasers that penetrated the environment hazards. I don't know. It just felt out of place. This pattern, again, the less movements that you make, the better. But I think I panic a little bit later on. You can kind of hide behind these rocks, but you obviously have to move every once in a while to do damage to the boss. I really like the pacing of this game. None of the bosses feel too tanky. None of the stages feel like they overstay their welcome. They're just the right length. The bosses feel just right. So thumbs up to the developers. Again, I'm going to increase the sub-weapon level. Now, that said final operation, but actually there are a couple more stages. This isn't the final level. I suppose in the story, it's the final operation. Here, obviously, the difficulty is ramping up. There are more bullets, more enemies, but it's not too bad. This enemy, again, some of these bullet patterns, I don't know, it feels like the bullets are going way too fast. That fire projectile. Now here I tried that Ray Force looking laser just because. Thought why not? I haven't done any research to see if this does more damage than the spread shot that I've been using. I would assume so, because why else would you choose this over the other one? Actually, this weapon is perfect for this section, because if you look at the trajectory, it's hitting some of the destructible parts, and I can be slightly above and a little bit past the thing that I'm shooting at. See right there, I'm shooting that thruster and I'm in front of it. And I'm pretty sure I do that to this thruster too. So I'll be slightly ahead of it, but the sub-weapon is shooting slightly behind me. I kind of wish there was a way to sacrifice your sub-weapons for like a hyper shot or some kind of bomb, because you know, most shmups have some kind of screen clearing bomb, and that's not a new mechanic. I'm pretty sure there's a game in which you can sacrifice your sub-weapons. Just can't really think of it right now. Cotton kind of does that. Cotton games. By the way, I'm using the V-Shot again because I forgot to mention this earlier, but to carry your adaptation pod, which lets you upgrade at the end of a stage, you need to use one of your sub-weapon slots to carry it. And I don't know if there's a name for it, but I love stages like this where the entire stage is just one large ship, or in Mushihime-sama's case, one large bug, and you're damaging different parts of this large enemy. It's such a cool gimmick. Anyway, back to this game. If you keep yourself aligned with the center of the enemy, you're kind of in a safe spot until this little thing breaks off. So this floating orb, if you shoot it, it's going to retaliate and shoot at you, sort of like revenge bullets. So I'm picking my shots here. And you could play it safe by using the angle of the V-shot. Like if you stay at the bottom of the screen, you can shoot it relatively safely. But I think the sub-weapon doesn't do as much damage as your main shot. I could be wrong. And right here I'm playing pretty recklessly because I see that the boss's HP is almost gone, so I just went for it. Oh, and the other upgrades for this, in between stages, you can get an extra life, you can get a sub-weapon. Let's say you had a bad run on a stage and you didn't have any sub-weapons, you could get one from here. I think it's always the same, that weird saw blade looking weapon, but I could be wrong. This part is kind of confusing if you're not watching for those bullets, because I remember getting hit by stuff. Like, what is damaging me? And then there are bullets that can come from behind you. Yeah, like what hit me there. For this upcoming mid-boss, I don't know what this purge booster is. I'm not sure if I had to press those buttons in succession or simultaneously, so I'll have to mess around with that. But anyway, for this boss, just avoid these green projectiles, and it shoots missiles that are destructible. So the only thing you really have to watch out for is this green laser that splits into 3. I think these bullets are way too fast. I personally believe that you should give the player time to react. So I think fast bullets are fine for this center, these green center fireballs. But for that laser that breaks into 3, it just feels like there's not enough time to react to it, and the damage is almost unavoidable. But it's fine, we have our shields, you just deal with it. I really like the color palette of the stage, and actually all the stages. Everything is just so visually distinct, it's so pleasant to look at. Yeah, you can't go wrong with purple and blue. It's just the perfect combination. Just look at Jinx's character design from Arcane. Purple and blue. I don't think these spinning cylinders are destructible, so I think they're just extra obstacles to navigate through. And I think there's another one-up here. It might be this. Oh, no, that's a weapon. Oh, this section is very tight, and look at this. I'm probably handling it wrong. But, yeah, I take so much damage here. Oh my goodness. Here's the one-up. Anyway, this is why I wish there was a screen clearing bomb. It definitely would have come in handy during that section. Is that my first death? I think that was my first death. Anyway, we're on stage 7. We have 4 lives left. We should be good. Right before the boss, there's this little section in which there are these, I don't know, swinging arms that kind of block you in. I wish these were destructible. I know I've mentioned it before, but I love it when you can just destroy things in the environment. It would just be so much fun to have those block you and then you shoot them so you clear the path for yourself. I'm not sure if this is steam or ice that's coming out of these swinging mechanical arms, but I don't think it can freeze you, so maybe it is just steam. Now I switched to this weapon just for the heck of it. I really don't know how it works. It's very weird. I don't know why it's moving forward and backward. Anyway, this enemy, he'll do these 2 burst shots. I'm sure there's a safe spot somewhere in there, but I just avoid them. Well, I try to, and just shoot as I'm on my way up or down. I wish this sub-weapon had some sort of homing capability, but it looks like it's shooting opposite of the direction that I'm moving in. So if you see when I'm moving down, it's shooting straight up, and then when I'm moving up, it's shooting down. So it's very awkward, or maybe I just need to get used to it. So yeah, the more damage you take, you can lose your sub-weapons. And obviously now my main shot is at its weakest. Oops, I died. I think I mentioned it before, but when you're doing well, you're going to do well. Let me explain. If you're doing well, your shot level will always be at maximum. You'll have maximum shields. But then if you continually take damage, your shot is going to get weaker and weaker and weaker. So you can get this snowball effect and just have a really tough time with the game. I mean, this is the perfect example. I'm at the base level for my main shot. So I have this pea shooter again, which I had at the very start of the game. And there are no gem pickups to power up my shot during this fight. So you just have to finish out the boss fight with this very weak main shot. And here, I took enough damage to lose my sub-weapon too. But we got through it, so it's still good. It's still good. Given that this was some sort of escape sequence, I thought this was the end of the game. But nope, there's one more stage. So this is pretty cool too. Our ship is damaged from that escape sequence. You get this new ship. You see your player character kind of go into this new ship. And you get this brand new stage complete screen. So I wish this new ship had a different shot. Oh wait, I think it does. Yeah, I'm sorry. It does have a new shot. I like that. This boss, I'm pretty much just avoiding those spawning columns. I'm still taking damage. Not sure what was damaging me. I guess the boss. The boss just running into me. Yeah, and the boss can't be damaged until you get rid of this purple layer. So while it's this orange color, or is that brown, you can damage it. I love how each section of that boss exploded and revealed a gem. I wish they did more of that. Now this fight it's a little weird. I couldn't get a handle of how to avoid these bullets. I was kind of just moving up and down. It seems that you have to just keep moving because I don't know. There are some instances in which it looks like I have to take the damage, but I don't know. Anyway, you're just shooting each of these cores. And there are arrows that tell you which core to shoot next, so that's... I kind of wish it was random, so you had to go up and down and search for which core was open at the moment. That would have been more interesting than telling the player, hey, go down, go up. But yeah, look at these bullet patterns. It's kind of hectic. It's usually the green ones that get me. It seems aimed, but with everything else that's going on, it's very hard to avoid. Or maybe I just don't know what to do yet. So yeah, there's another death, which was a shame because the boss was almost dead. There's stage 8. Oh wait, so that was the boss before the boss. It amazes me that they even got the voice lines to sound like it's from an old game. You know, didn't that remind you of the Altered Beast? You know, rise from your grave. Like, it just has a certain sound. I don't know. They really did a good job. Anyway, for this attack, I just go around the boss to avoid it. And it's actually pretty easy for a final boss. Well, on normal at least. I haven't played it on the tougher difficulties yet. So I like to get in a little bit of damage and then swing around. And at this point in the game, there are no opportunities to regain your shot level. There are no sub-weapons. So I'm kind of stuck at the base level of my main shot again. So these green meteors that spawn, you can shoot them for additional score. And I kind of wish that the meteors drop gems or sub-weapons because I know I said earlier that the boss fights don't drag out, but actually this one kind of does. I feel like it needs to give you a chance to increase your shot power. It just needs something, I think. Or it's just a skill issue on my part. Oh, and I usually just play for survival, but I guess if you were playing for score, you could milk this part and get points from these meteors. I like that encouragement. keep it up. This final phase of this boss fight has a lot of elements, a lot of projectiles. There's obviously the green meteors, this wave attack. There are these triangles that split into bullets if you don't destroy them. There's those rotating meteors. There are these diamonds that are rotating also. The boss can pull you into the middle, and I believe those purple projectiles can also hurt you. Yeah, so I'm down to 1 shield, so the run can go south pretty quickly if you're not careful. So right now this is looking good. I had 2 lives left. I thought, okay, cool. Gonna get my first 1cc. Hell yeah. Warning, warning. Not for me. I had 2 lives left. And there you have it. That was Earthion and my normal 1cc playthrough. Please show the developers some support. I definitely want them to keep making more games like this. So if you're into shmups or just retro-style games in general, definitely pick it up. Look at these graphics. Like, I love pixel art. By the way, look at this main character. Her name was Azusa Takanashi, according to the intro cutscene, which we didn't watch. But I have to believe that the developers meant that as a reference to Kiara Takanashi. She has the same hair color, just reversed. I mean, it's the kind of thing I would do. I would put in these references to all my favorite VTubers and whatnot, when I finally make my own shmup. So I don't know what these rankings are. Like, is general the top ranking? I don't know. I'm not familiar with military rankings. I usually put my initials as FTP for FaceTime Police, our band. Look at how old school this is. When's the last time you played a game which required you to input a password? I'm not sure if it was a hardware limitation or if it was done for nostalgia's sake, but it's a nice touch. If you're still watching, I hope you like this video. I do have another video in which I did a 1cc of Azure Reflections, and there's a story behind that. I was supposed to play it live on stream for Shmup Slam, but something happened, and well, I explained it in the video, so I'll leave a link to that in the description. So please check that out if it piques your interest. Anyway, what do you think of this game? Have you played it? Are you planning to pick it up? Are you waiting for the physical release? Are you going to play it on the Genesis? Let us know in the comments. This has been Brian of FaceTime Police. We're a band. We do a lot of variety content on our channel. This is Rambo. Thanks for watching.
Face time elite.